Hello everybody, I'm TheSweetBro27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So the global 8-year anniversary is just 2 days away, and with that comes the anniversary banners. So in this video we're going to look over each of the banners and try to figure out which one should you global players summon on. Now this is going to be a video kind of both for my whales and for my free-to-play players. Which one are you going to get the most value for? Obviously, if you're looking for just straight up value, getting the best character out of the four, this is going to be your go-to banner right here. This guy, the GT Goku, and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, they are arguably top 3 characters in the game. Or not arguably, they're definitely. And you can make a case that they are the greatest character in the entire game. Or if you want to put him as low as 3, that's fine. Right now, I think my ranking would probably be Bulma, then the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku that just came out on JP. He looks insane. I would then put this guy, and then Orange Piccolo. They would be my top 4, I believe. But, of course, we also have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. We have the Kai Intro Goku, and then the Dragon Ball Z Gohan. I looked at the Truth DT's old live streams from when he did his summonings live streams, and all of them had the buy 3 get 1 free. So that means if you spend 150 stones, you get 1 free multi. So there's not going to be like an advantage necessarily to summoning on the Dokkan Festival banners versus the Carnival banners here, when more than likely on Global you'll be getting the buy 3 get 1 free for all banners regardless of format. More than likely, I'm not sure if we will be getting tickets, where if you do a certain amount of summons, you'll get tickets, because on here, it does have the rates for if you were to get the tickets, but it doesn't specify if you're going to have to buy the tickets in the shop, or if you're also just going to get tickets alongside with your red coins every time you do a summon. That I don't know. So that's not even going to be a factor. We're just basically going to look at value that you can get from the banner. So for part 1, there is this right here, the GT Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Now looking at it, this guy, he is definitely a top 10 LR in the game. I have him pulled up right here. His standby, if I can pull that up. This standby right here, you become basically the greatest defensive unit in the game, and you have the capabilities of performing 2 of the strongest attacks in the game, even if you don't get to the max charge, which is actually pretty easy to do if you don't understand how standbys work. I go over them in my my concept for LR Broly series in part 1. I kind of go over how a standby works, so if you don't know how that works, please go check out that video. I'll do that. But he, as you can see here, he raises defense. He's a defensive stacker. He just creates massive amounts of ki for himself. With attacks, he gets crits. You can activate a standby just after doing, I believe it's 4 attacks from the 4th turn. Yep. So it's very easy to get into his standby. Basically, you can do it as soon as turn 4 or if HP is below 50%. And again, you get one of just the greatest defensive units in the game. And then with his standby, you're able to do that massive attack. But then with this duo right here, the reason I believe that this guy is better than this guy is it takes a long time for this guy to get set up, because he doesn't have really any defensive capabilities in here. He doesn't guard or anything. He gets all his defense from his attacks, which he can do several attacks on turn. Let's see here. What's an additional? He's the first attacker. Launches an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when ki is 18 or more. Launches an additional with 24 ki. So he can, if you get to 24 ki, he will be launching 2 additionals, each with, one is a guaranteed super attack and one has a great chance, which is a 70% chance if you're launching at 24 ki. And again, this guy just creates so much ki for himself. 2 ki per ki sphere obtained, and 100% in slots 2 and 3. And then he also just like stacks how much ki he gets, which is insane. But this guy can get caught very, very easily with super attacks until you're late into a fight. He can get caught. It takes a long time to get him set up. Now, versus this guy, he stacks attack, which normally isn't great, unless you have a big super attack, which this guy has. We'll get to that in a second. But he, instead of getting crit chance, he gets damage reduction, up to 50% with each attack performed. That is insane. And he has the exact same thing. If you get to 24 key, he's going to be launching upwards to 3 super attacks, not including what you have in your hidden potential. So you get this damage reduction up super quick. You just throw him in slot 2 for the first 2 turns. This guy could maybe even go in slot 1 after you get him a little bit built up. And then his standby is just insane. This guy right here, while he's on the field, not only does he do incredible amounts of damage, look how much he supports everyone else on the team. He gives 8 key, 80% attack. This is like how much attack he gets at the start of the turn. And then when he dies, he stacks attack, which just makes this attack right here do ridiculous amounts of damage. The Spirit Bomb here. Let's see here. The attack is finished. Just insane what this unit can do. Again, I think he is probably the 3rd best unit in the game. But does that necessarily mean you should summon for this guy? If you're a free-to-play player and you only have like 500 stones, let's say. Because right now, because I was doing those YouTube shorts and TikToks where I would summon on every banner just because people love seeing summoning, I have wasted a lot of stones. Don't do that. Only summon on like big, high-end banners with a lot of value. I summoned on a lot of banners that did not have value. Don't follow in my footsteps. But looking at this one base for base, so the main headliner unit, this guy is definitely better than this guy. However, the side banner unit right here, while they're not great, why did it not pull up? Hold on. We'll open a new tab. Let's see if that works. There we go. While they're not great, they are like a little bit of a support unit. I believe they orb change. Yeah, they orb change. They have dodge chance, and then they're on some weaker teams. Like Fuse Fighter and Trusted Will, Heavenly Event, Majin Buu Saga, Connected Hope. So while they're not great by any means, they're just another option, and they are 100% better than this piece of shit right here, this Nova and Ice Shinron. Why is it doing this? Just pull up the freaking cards. Well, it doesn't want to look, and that's fine. I don't care. They're trash anyway. It doesn't even matter. They're terrible. They do nothing for GT bosses. They do nothing for Joan forces. I mean, they double orb change, sure, but they have no dodge, no defensive capabilities at all. They are purely just there as an attacker that they're not even that good at. They can do like 4 million attack stats, which is not impressive in today's meta. But as we look over here, in these slots, Gamma 1, this guy right here, is significantly better than Gamma 2. Gamma 2 is a phenomenal offensive unit, but Gamma 1, or excuse me, Gamma 2 is on the other one. Gamma 1, he's an incredible defensive unit with a lot of offensive capabilities as well. Like, this guy can do some crazy damage. Now, we're looking over here. These are the Worldwide Download Celebration Dokkan Fest from last year. Cooler is just infinitely better than them. They may have a better leader skill. I don't even know if I would go that far, because there are much better movie hero leaders. I mean, this guy is one of them. Then that you can run other than these guys. I mean, yeah, Join Forces, they're a good Join Forces lead, but the Terrifying Conquerors and Transformation Boost, the whole Cooler team is still very good in today's meta. So I would say that this is the better unit of the two. And these are the Worldwide Download Celebrations from 2 years ago. Namek Goku in today's meta is so much better than Fraud Power Frieza. These are the 7-year anniversaries. Even though they are very similar, I think that going forward, this will be the better of the two. He works extremely well with this guy. They share 3 links. In a few months, we're going to get the global update where counters become nullification, so this guy will be able to counter Red Zone Broly. I just think in the long run, he will outshine the LR gods moving forward. Now we have the 6-year anniversary, and UI Goku is still a phenomenal unit. You can run him in almost any event. This guy is just a fraud. The only reason you would ever want to use him is for his revive, and we now have so many better revive characters. We have you, We have the Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. This guy has no value in today's meta, essentially. Now, when it comes to these guys, they're getting their EZA during the celebration. Again, they are very similar. The main difference is if you get lucky, Gogeta can do so much more damage with the guaranteed crits that he does if you're able to get those multiple supers. Meanwhile, Vegito, he's more consistent. I'm pretty sure he guaranteed launches an additional super. But they both have that ability when the first time they transform into blue, they have 100% chance to dodge and everything like that. So I think you can't go wrong. I think they're both fine. I'm a Vegito fan. I like Vegito much more than I do Gogeta, so I'm going to give the slight dub to Vegito. And then lastly, we have the worldwide download celebration from 2 or 3 years ago, I think. And I would go with this Vegito. Although he's on so many banners, most people probably have him rainbowed. I have his TUR rainbowed, and I'm not even a whale. Just because he's literally on every banner. I only have one copy of this guy. When he gets an EZA, this guy is going to be super interesting, I believe, because now we have the LR Super Boo. We have the EZA STR one. We still have Kid Buu from 2 years ago, who I still don't have, but I think would still be phenomenal. He'll be interesting. He will definitely be interesting with an EZA. And then these are the worldwide... No, this is Sanday, Sanday from 2 years ago. The GT boys. Even though this guy is meant to be more of a defensive unit out of the two, and this one is to be more of an offensive unit, I found that this guy, he's runnable defensively. He can take some super attack, or not super attacks, normal attacks if you're able to hide him. So I find more value in this guy because he also links incredibly well, and he does a lot of damage for a 2021 unit. So looking at it, how many dubs did I give this banner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gave this one 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to this one, and then 6 to this one. So I would say, however, if I was looking at it as a cumulative power, this is much stronger than anything. Because, like, even though, I mean, you could be run, but you're kind of useless. You could be run, but you're kind of useless. Useless. You will be good. I don't know. I would probably say summon on this banner, if I had to guess. Because this is what I will be doing. My plan is I will probably be skipping most of these banners. But I will be summoning a little bit just to get a little bit of content out of it. And also, I really want these guys. I'm a huge GT stan. I don't know if you guys know that. But there's also the part 2. Now, a lot of global players are talking about saving up and not summoning on any of these banners and waiting until the worldwide download celebration, which I actually think is a good idea and what I plan to do. Again, I'm going to do my summons for this guy. I may do a summon video for this guy, spend like 400 stones. Because we're expected to get about 1,000 free-to-play stones throughout the course of the celebration. Over the course of the celebration, though, however, we will lose the buy 3, get 1 free. That's only for like the first 2 weeks that a banner is available. So it incentivizes you to really go into the shop, buy a lot of stones early on if you want to get those extra sales. Which I might do. I don't know. I do normally kind of splurge a little bit on the download celebrations. Then we come to these two carnivals. Again, these are both top 10 characters in the game. I've heard so much about this guy that he's better than Vegeta and Trunks. I love Vegeta and Trunks, the Tanabana unit from last year. I don't know. From what I've seen, he does not look better than Vegeta and Trunks. Because Vegeta and Trunks, you just throw them into slot 1, and you really don't have to worry about them after turn 5, because by then they'll already be so built up. Looking at him after he receives a ton of attacks, he becomes a monster on offense. He has the capabilities to survive a KO attack once per turn. He does have a heal, which is super clutch. I will give him that. The heal that he gets once per battle does seem very good. He does build up a lot. He can nullify Ki Blasts that are aimed at him. He has a pretty powerful active skill. He's on some good teams. He has some good links. I wish summoning on his banner was worth it, which it's not. I don't think either one of these Carnival banners are worth it looking at it. Like, this guy is phenomenal. Bird Coup, I would love to get another copy of Bird Coup. I believe mine is only at 55%. I mean, you guys are fine if you need like a nuker for any sort of event where you have to do like 99 million damage. This guy would be one of your go-tos. You're fine, but you are definitely out of the meta. Out of the meta. I wish you were good. He has so much potential, but no event is long enough for him to build up. You are such a disappointment. You're pretty bad. What the fuck are you even doing on the banner? You were good for like the God event, but other than that, no. And then the rest of your units are just SRs. And then going here, you're a disappointment. I didn't even think you were good when you first came out. You're trash. You have a very good active skill, but that's about it. Golden Frieza is still good. I'll give that to Golden Frieza is awesome. Phenomenal. One of my favorite units that I have. Grade A Vegeta, no. You guys, no, not really. Trash. I've never actually used you guys after your EZA. I don't have you. And I've never run. What do you even lead? Looking at your team after your EZA. Oh, this doesn't. Wait. Oh, wait, this is the. I need the LR. What do you lead? Yeah, Dragon Ball Seekers and then Super Ents. I can't say that I've run either of those teams since you're EZAing. But all trash. Now, the units are good. Like, this guy, I know a lot of people shit on him. He was a terrible pick, which is really weird. I thought he would have been more popular because everybody loves Dragon Ball Z. Like, this was their childhood. His animations are ripped straight from the opening of the anime. And he has an awesome OST when he activates this active skill. This right here where he goes grade 8. Where is it? Right here. Yeah. Full moon event is awesome. But he is an AoE character who stacks attack. I don't think he has any really good defensive capability. Oh yeah, he does. He gets 30% damage reduction if they get hit with the 18 key. So he's like a de facto slot 2, but with the World Tournament Piccolo, that's really not a problem. I don't know. I don't think this guy is really worth summoning on. Because even Bond and Master and Disciple, I mean, you can run that with like the Whis, Gears and Whis that we have. The Piccolo. I mean, I guess you could run like Orange Piccolo, the Dokkan Fest, physical EZA. You could run him. I don't see myself summoning for him at all. And I see no worth on, again, summoning on this banner. Because you have an equal chance of getting any of these units when really only 2 of them I would say are worth your time. On this banner you have 4, I guess, that would be worth your time. Because you're good in certain events, and you like this guy's genuinely good. Like, he's good in everything. Your kit, I would love to maybe get you just so I could actually compare you to Vegeta and Trunks to see if you really are better, like everyone has been saying. So, what have we gotten to? Let's close all of these other tabs, and we'll just kind of look right here again at all these banners. Do I think it's smart to skip? To an extent, yes. You do get a lot of value on these banners, or at least in the Part 1 banners. While all the headliner units are good, all of these guys are phenomenal. Again, we have, like, in my opinion, the 3rd best unit in the game for what it looks like. The value is there. If you were going to summon, do it on one of the Dokkan Fests. I know people want to get Carnival coins. It was so odd that they added it last year. They should have turned blue coins into Carnival coins, or converted yellow coins into this. They should have done something other than just throw us another coin and leave us in the dark. Because I would love to use my coins to get another bird coup, but I don't know how many Carnival coins I even have. Not a lot, I'll tell you that. Definitely summon on these. I would say that for your buck, if you only had like 500 stones, I would definitely go in on this one, because Gamma 1, even without Gamma 2, is awesome. These guys are fine. They're fine. They're not great. They're fine. You're good in like the Cell Max event because it's tech. Against any tech boss, this guy is good. Because you can, especially in the Cell Max fight, because you can throw him in slot 1 early, so he gets his guaranteed extra super attacks, and then he's able to stack his defense. He can actually tank decently well. These guys are going to pop off once the update happens. Being able 70% chance to dodge. You can throw him with 0 leader skill, because if he gets hit anyway, he's going to die. You can just have him as a defensive option. He's going to be a GOAT. When you get an EZA, probably for the Worldwide Download Celebration, because it's probably going to be Majin Buu Saga, since we're having a baby celebration for Tanabata, which I thought would have not have happened, but I'm glad it is happening, and I'm so excited to see what they do with the baby LR. And then this guy, he's fine. So, in conclusion, summon on this banner if you're going to summon, or if you want, just save your stones for worldwide. Which, again, I really do think is a good shout. With how powerful Final Form Cooler and Birdcoo were last year for the Part 1, I don't think it is a bad idea to save your stones up. These guys will be back in October, I believe, for the Tanabana banner, which is just, what, 4 months from now? They'll return in 4 months, so even if you don't get them now, you have a chance to get them later, or you can just use your red coins to get them, which is totally fine. One copy, see, here's the problem, though. You need this guy rainbowed almost for him to be useful. This guy at 55% is, I would still say, in the top 3 most effective units in the game. This guy has to be rainbowed, which is another reason I don't really want to summon for this banner, is because you need those extra stats, whereas this guy, you do those 5 attacks, and then he's fully built up, defensively at least. So, that will do it for this episode. I would recommend saving. Don't spend money on this game. You don't have to. It's a gacha game. Dokkan responsibly, as Toonarami would say. This is my go-to, who I would go with. You have another 2 days. I'm going to try to post this today. Today is what's today? 5th. I'm going to have this posted, hopefully by the end of the night, or early tomorrow morning, depending on how my editing goes. I also do need to record a couple other videos today to kind of cram before the anniversary, because the banner is probably going to drop on either the 7th or the 8th, like late on the 7th or like early on the 8th. I will probably do a summoning video, like me actually talking through it like I did with Yamcha, so look forward to that. But, as always, this has been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.